What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It is Hump Day. That means it's time for the Hump Day Happy Hour. I'm excited about being here tonight. I'm streaming from Florida. So really fast, before we get started, we want to give a shout out to the Patreons because they help me get here and they help me get everywhere in life because they're amazing people. Welcome our newest Patreon, Charlie Goff Charlie. And
Kapow.
Kapow, that's right. He was hunting me left and right today, so good to get him when I'm in Florida. He's just as loud in Florida. And now we'll go to the Adventure Club, and let me tell you, these guys always keep me entertained with the top five, especially because it's always back and forth. But right before the stream, Bruce with the big donation moved him from, I think he was like fifth to second. Terry did a donation off stream. He did move up to third before Bruce's, but he got pushed back to fourth. James Jenner's donated a lot recently too. These guys, they just keep pumping it up, man. Even though Dan got moved back to third, I seen he just dropped a little super chat a few minutes ago, so he's still on the move as well. Good stuff. So what's going on, man?
Oh, not too much. We had a awesome weekend and awesome Monday at the Forfer. That was the first time I'd done that park, and I just had a great time. 4 parks, 3 operators, hunting with the king. It doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, well,
activating with the king.
Thank you, Stephen, for the super chat. Our current Adventure Club leader, the leader of the pack, and what a pack to lead, man. Yeah, we had a good time. I was frantic on last Wednesday's stream trying to figure out where I was going to go, and Hayden stepped in and put me on the couch. He didn't give me no Viking meatloaf or nothing, but
maybe next time. We
did eat some chicken, some pretty good chicken actually, and we went out and we did a forfer, and it was supposed to be myself and Hayden, and no, it was not Hawaiian chicken. No Hawaiian chicken. I don't even want to know what that award would consist of. But it was supposed to be myself and Hayden and somebody that I know very well by another call sign. Oh, look at PP Man coming in with the super sticker. Thank you very much, PP Man. Oh, he's moving up in the world. He might be able to use watt and a half tomorrow.
He put the sticker up because I can't see it in the stream, but you could see it in the chat. It's a flying green pear.
Yeah, I see it.
I'm not sure what that means.
Well, it probably means that I don't know how many watts he is running, but I know he was running QRP, and he got in on me in Florida today on QRP, and he was pretty proud of that moment.
That was a nice setup. He was using his KX3 as a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, and he got in 5.5. Earlier in the day, he got the classic 1.1 from me. He did get in, but it was what. Let me explain to you how he got in. He got in because I know the tone of his voice. I didn't hear a single letter of his call sign. I just heard the mumbles of a desperate man trying to get in hold of the king. And I knew that desperation. Man portable. I hope when you're man portable, you have at least been to the puber. So
does that mean he's carrying another man in his backpack?
He might. It's possible. Them guys up in Michigan, Michigan-fornia is where he's from now.
Oh,
yeah, he was in Michigan-fornia, and
is that like California but colder?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And if you guys are wondering why I'm calling it Michigan-fornia, I guess you should just been in the Patreon chat last night. You'll learn things there. You'll learn things. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, it's about time for Hamcation. I'm like super. I know. We touched on Hamcation some last week when we were talking about this Florida trip.
Mhm.
I wanted to push it a little bit more because, like, the whole, everybody's coming, man. Like, I made so many park to parks today with people from states that they were not in their home state because they were on their way down.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's building up. Everybody's on their way, and it's getting exciting. Roy from Maryland, he's been down here for almost a month.
Oh wow.
Listen, Roy knows how to snowbird. You think I snowbird because I took a month off to come down here? Roy's been down here for almost a month, and he's not going back till. Oh, boom! Looky there! Looky there! Oh, somebody, some Papa.
Oh,
Oh
look
my
at
goodness!
that.
Wow!
Oh, that's just amazing, fellas.
You guys are killing me tonight, Papa Zulu November. Thank you guys. You guys are just amazing. It's people like those two right there that I am now down to only 3 days a week, and the rest of my time is devoted to YouTube and POTA and giving back to the ham radio community. And everybody knows I'm pushing for that full time. And when that happens, we all know that the roves are going to be. I'm not going to say they're going to be like. I'm not going to say I'm going to do 70 parks of roves a day. I'm going to say they're going to take 3 and 4 months at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm just going to like head and just go. But thank you
Park
very
a
much.
day.
Thank you very much, guys. That'll come in handy when I'm buying my ticket back because I'm going to tell you about my experience coming down here. I've always rode coach, but from DC to Florida, I got a ring this time, which is an upgrade to first class. And I'm going to tell you, I'm the king, and I think the king should always be in first class from now on. It's like worlds of different, man. So Hayden drops me off at the train station. And instead of having to go to the baggage check place and fight with them, what's in your bag? Let me weigh this, blah, 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 blah. Go sit in that big crowd of people over there and let birds fly around you while you're waiting on your train. And Eddie with the super chat. You guys are killing it. Cover taxes on. Thank you very much for thinking about Uncle Sam, Eddie. You're awesome. That's okay because Eddie don't realize it yet, but he's donating something in the near future, and it's called some brisket. Eddie told me that if I went to Jacksonville, he would bring some brisket down. So I'm pretty sure while I'm down here, I'm going to pull out of the Jacksonville Rove. It may be an overnighter where I just crash up in Jacksonville that night, but I may do me. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do me a Jacksonville Rove. So Eddie will be responsible for bringing brisket, and as long as and maybe some of the girls from the spa, in case I need a massage or something.
After a long day of potoing.
Yeah. Eddie, can you get one of the girls to say me pota a long time? Oh my God. Anyway, so instead of doing all that stuff, I got to walk straight into this lounge, check in. They're like, okay, you can put your bags in the storage, and if you want to walk around in the mall or go get something that you can. But I'm looking at the lounge, and I'm like, I ain't leaving this place. They had free drinks, they had free snacks.
Wow.
I'm like, this is cool. And this little valet guy comes when your train is there and like, all right, guys, follow me. And he takes you right to it.
Sweet.
then I get in the train in my room, and we get to traveling, and little steward dude comes by. He's like, "What would you like for dinner?" I'm like, I don't know. He's like, "The menu's right there. I'll be back in a few minutes. You give me an order."
Nice.
I give him an order, and he's like, "All right, what time you want it ready?" I'm like, "I get a pick?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, bring it to me at like 6:30." And I mean, it was just, I didn't have to worry about, like, when I'm in coach, I travel with my radio stuff. I'm paranoid. Like, I literally will sprint to the bathroom, pee, and sprint back. But like, I could do anything I want. I walk up to the dining cart and sit there and eat. I could do anything I wanted because all my stuff was in my room.
Nice.
And it was crazy. The bed was above me, and the guy actually come in about 8:30. Said, "Do you want me to turn down your bed?" I was like, "Nah, I can do that." Because I figure if I can't figure out how to get this bed out of the ceiling, I don't deserve to sleep in it. So, but I didn't sleep much anyway because I'm the king. We don't do that kind of stuff. That's why you all had a video drop Monday morning at like 8 o'clock. Oh, turned down to what? Uh, nope, no royal car for me. It was the royal train. Uh, that's okay. I've had a royal chauffeur since I've been here, so it's all good. It's quite funny because PP man called me. I hadn't been here long, and he's like, "So what's your plans?" I was like, "I'm headed to the park." He's like, "You just got there." He's like, "Have you even been to your mom's?" I'm like, "No, but she's in the car and she's driving me." and he's like, "All right, well tell her hi." I said, "Mom, PP man says hi." And he's like, "Tell her why you call me PP." I was like, "We call him PP because he's got a little woohoo." uh, but I tell you what, since I've been here, I've struggled a little bit with activations. And, and I'm not going to say struggled as in barely made the activations. I get plenty of contacts, but it's just a simple fact of setting up all these antennas and stuff. Where I need my Eagle One in my life. It's horrible to not have your Eagle One with you. I've determined that I will do a new Eagle One video when I get back on reasons why you should POTA with the Eagle One. Because I have found them all. But no, I'm not still in DC. I am in Florida. I did 5 parks in Florida today. 5? No, 4. I don't know. Something, including one that's on my all-time new ones. I can use yours Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What time are you coming down again Friday, Dan? I forgot. I will probably done be activated before you ever get here. Because Friday's my busy day. Because we're supposed to be talking about Hamcation, and Friday's my busy day at Hamcation. Normally it's Saturday, so normally Friday I get the layout of everything, where everything is, and I start figuring out who I want to around 10ish. Okay, who I want to interview and stuff like that, and what. But I already have my master Hamcation video laid out. Because I always try to do something different than the cookie cutter videos that you're going to get 40 times from every other YouTuber. So I try to do something different. You're not going to see the big walkthrough video with me because guess what? If you've seen it 40 times, why do you want to see mine? So I try to do something different, but I'm going to go ahead and start on mine on Friday because Saturday I'm doing something different. Normally, all 3 days I'm at the show the whole time, but this Saturday we're going to do a rove. Myself, Dan, my big sis, Kilo Bravo 3 Wave, and her husband Ray, Bill Brown, and probably a host more people. Because once we all get hanging out at the Poda tent, it's going to be, hey, we're going on a road. Hey, we're going on a road. We'll probably do like a 75 activator, uh, 10 for or something. And we'll get that one guy that contacted me and you that took like 15 minutes to get through just to me. And I'm like, and then he's like, oh, and I got a second operator. Oh. I always make something different, Eric. If you look at any of my big show coverage, you will find that I did something different than everybody. For example, in Dayton last year, I did a Dayton to POTA experience, and it was just about people that I met from POTA and stuff like that. And I did the comms video because nobody covered the comms section up there. And
that was actually one of my favoriteest videos from that.
In Huntsville, I actually did the challenge where I put out the video like the night before Huntsville started, and because I wanted to see like who's watching my stream the night before a big show, and I just put it out, and I told everybody what the scavenger hunt was, and put it out there. And it was funny because they had to go up to other YouTubers and get them to say things, and then I put all the clip together for a big funny saying. So it ended up being pretty good. And let's say for Hamcation last year, what was my big video? I'm trying to remember what my big one was from last year.
Oh, it was activating with the boys, wasn't it? The Pearsons?
No, that was Dayton.
That was Dayton. Okay.
Yeah, that was also Dayton. Yeah, the Pearsons' first activation. Wow. They have been activating less than a year.
And killing it.
That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. They're close to 1,500 contacts with me. That's crazy. Of course, it helps that they're like CW machines, and they'll CW me on 3 bands sometimes. Can you? What? Oh, I'll miss it. Let me scroll up and see what he said here.
I've got it up on the screen.
Okay. Can you make a video where you speculate about the upcoming radios in front of the Yaesu? You know, I could do that. And John would be like, what are you doing, stupid?
Just ignore the new 500 radio. Don't even mention that.
The what? I'm gonna talk about the new Yaesu King version radio. I am gonna go up to John and be like, so I hear you guys are releasing the Yaesu POTA King video radio. Can you tell us about this?
It's the 101 POTA special.
That's great. Yeah, I don't do those speculation videos. You know, I have to have a good source, and even sometimes good sources do not come through, and I get really aggravated when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, which has only happened to me once, and I'm still kind of aggravated about that one. But anyway, I got a lot of good DX today on 20 meters. That's for sure. The 1,000 PZM. I know what I was going to tell y'all. I got Zulu'd today. Somebody actually broke my pile up, and it was a good pile up with Zulu. That's all I heard. And I was like, somebody PZM'd me. I can't even remember the call right now. And I started to say, thank you for the PZM breaker.
Did he have a Zulu in the call at least?
Yes, he did have a Zulu.
Okay, well, that's fair then.
Yeah, it's definitely fair. Because, you know, I do get some interesting. I had somebody break my pile today with I don't remember the first half of it, but Eastern Standard Time. So that was a pretty cool one.
Well, that's cool.
Anyway, so Friday's going to be my busy day. Saturday is going to be my road day, and Sunday is going to be my just kick back and relax day. Hopefully, I'll have everything wrapped up, uh, including just everything I need done, and I'm just going to hang out on Sunday. Of course, there's a lot of hanging out. Period. I'm curious how long this rove is going to be on Saturday. If I'm going to end up making it back to the show at all, or just back to dinner. Kyle was cooking, and the people in the Patreon chat last night got invited. So another reason to be a Patreon, guys. Free cow food. Please copy. But anyway, who all in the chat's going to Hamcation? Because I want to meet some new people. I just got to meet Hayden for the first time. Hayden has been doing my stream now. He's been my technician forever, and I just got to meet him for the first time. We had a good time. I also got
We're coming up on my 1 year anniversary, I believe. I don't remember when exactly that is, but
I also got to meet Lou, and he has a new call sign, and Hayden's hopefully going to tell it to me right now.
Oh, I just had it up. It's whiskey. Oh, my log's taking forever to come up.
I'm sorry, Lou. I remember you by your old call sign, and I always will, probably.
W3LOU is now Whiskey Zulu 3 Juliet.
There we go. Whiskey Zulu 3 Juliet. Yeah, he showed up, drove down to hang out with us and stuff like that and meet us. And, he popped in the window with his little pad and paper, and we turned it into a 3 operator instead of a 2 operator. So it became pretty fun, Not that it wasn't already, but yeah.
Oh, it was definitely exciting.
The funny thing was is we got a bunch of greedy people, some of them in the chat. We ain't gonna say no names, Dan, who was like, oh, they got a 3rd operator now. Let's call back and make the 3rd operator get me.
Yep.
So, here I'm running the pile for the most part, and somebody called back, and I just hand the mic to Lou, and I'm like, this is for you. This is for you. This is for you. No. Because there's, there's nothing worse than working somebody and then them calling back to work you again, especially when somebody goes and changes your park so they think you're in a different park. This has nothing to do with Hamcation, but this has to do with today, and I'm going to get it off my chest because it really just burns me up. I was doing a twofer once again, and when I do a twofer, I spot a certain park for a certain reason. I will gladly tell anybody who wants to know the second park. Fine. You know what? I didn't even spot it today. Dan spotted it for me because my stuff wouldn't work. I could get text out, but I couldn't get internet out. But we started with me spotted in Green Swamp. And, I'm working this pile, and I'm probably 35, 40 minutes in, and all of a sudden I start getting duplicate calls calling back. I'm like, you're a dupe, but thanks for coming back. Oh, I didn't know I had. And he said the name of the second park. I was like, and then Toby called back. And when Toby called back, I knew something was wrong. Mm-hmm. And I go to message Dan, and Dan's like, somebody respotted you in the other park. And you know what? All that does is cause confusion for hunters. And they start calling you back because they think you're in a new park. And it really messes up. I had a pile up going, and I'm having to stop my pile up to get hunters that are coming back that are dupes. So, that's just not cool. Leave people's spots alone. Somebody respotted me in the wrong park the other day. They moved me from Florida to wherever Craig was, November 4 Charlie Whiskey Bravo, they put me in his park with him, I guess. It's not real hard. You hit the respot button, and the only thing you edit is a comment. That's it.
Yep.
You don't touch the operator, the frequency, the park. You just put a comment or just hit enter. I'll tell you. This is twice I've had to rant this week, y'all. I don't like to rant. I'm gonna be known as the Ham Radio Adventure Molson pretty soon if y'all keep doing this to me. I hope you watch this, Molson. That's a compliment, I'm sure. You walked around looking for me. Craig's like, this mug is lying. He ain't in this park. He's pulling a DC trick. He's over at McDonald's somewhere.
McActivator.
Yeah. And in case you guys, good Lord, why is my phone's going crazy?
Somebody's blowing up your phone.
Oh my God, this pee-pee man, rant. Oh my goodness. Well, pee-pee man, if people would leave my spots alone,
we're going to get to the bottom of that in the after chat too, by the way.
It gets on my nerves because I had to be out of that park at a certain time because I have to be back here to set up for my stream. And I'm not going to lie, I'm loving the 20-meter pileups that I get here. I was telling Hayden in the pre-stream, when I do 20 meters in West Virginia, I'll do okay. But I never really get a big pileup. But on 40 meters, I get this massive, crazy pileup. Down here, I get this massive, crazy pileup on 20. And the funny thing is, there's a lot of them that are totally different. It's like people, I had people like, dude, I've been wanting to get a hold of you for so long, and every time you're on 20, I can't hear you.
Yep.
So it's kind of crazy, but yes, I have very few nerves. You're absolutely right, Chris. Very few nerves, and when you get on them,
no tolerance for stupidity.
Oh, I figured somebody would give me a bunch of slack for the video I posted Monday morning, but
that was very well said. And a lot of people have been thinking the same thing.
It needed to be said because it's POTUS for fun. We're all doing it for fun, and my funniest thing was somebody posted on the comments, we don't need another hero. Sing it loud as you can. Because I said, when I'm activating, I don't tell you to stand on your head and sing Tina Turner. Oh, and all the young hams was like, Tina who? We don't need a hero. What?
The
and Dan's at home right now doing a Tina Turner TikTok. So because we all know Dan is the new Botox king.
What?
Yeah, Dan's the new Botox king. He got some Botox done this week, and
well, yeah, to look good for the king.
I hear he told me, and I was like, man, that's pretty nuts, Dan. That's pretty nuts that you got Botox done. So, but sorry, guys.
We'll find out where in the after chat.
Oh, it started in the after chat last night. So
I missed so much of it, and I was there last night.
Yeah, we stayed up pretty late last night, and tonight will be worse because it's the actual happy hour after dark after chat. We all know that just takes forever. Anyway, who in the chat is coming to Hamcation? What are you excited about seeing? What are you wanting to see anything specific on video that the other cookie cutters are not going to make? Don't tell me that you want to see me walking through the flea market. because I'm not going to video the same stuff. But if you tell me something interesting, I'm down, because I like interesting stuff.
Well, let me ask you this. What are you interested in at the Hamcation? What's the one thing, aside from all the videos and all, the channel promotion, what's one thing that you're going to take a couple minutes and go out and look for it yourself?
Bengali. I'm excited to see Bengali. Stephen, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm excited about. Oh, you walking through.
Now that's a video I would watch.
I don't even know what that sound is. I'm hoping that's you.
No, that wasn't me.
That ain't you. I don't know that sound. Dan, if you want to get matching HRAGs, I get the HR on the button, you get the AG. You can be my Alpha Golf.
And you can have the cliffhanger in the front.
Yeah, we'll just have the cliffhanger holding on, in the front. If you'll get us matching ones and you want to go through the flea market, I'll put on my coax necklace and we'll do that.
That's true, Chris. Speedos in the flea market may create more sad hams.
Yeah, well, I always make my round through the flea market, because I want all the people who
all the lids
don't have a chance to say to me in person what they say to me on the radio. I want them to be able to meet me too. I'm always excited to meet. They say you're not truly famous until you got some good haters. So I actually got my first 20-meter stalker yesterday. I was doing a twofer, but my pileup was just so big he didn't stand a chance. Yeah, like he literally didn't stand a chance.
That's awesome.
I'm like, I had to. I hated to do it, but I had to shut it off because that park closed at dark, and it was almost dark. And I'm like, guys, 5 more, and I got to go. I got to get the gear down and still get back to the vehicle. And I hate it, but it's kind of cool. Now, what I'm really enjoying, because we all know that in West Virginia, I have to travel a decent little ways to get a twofer. And then sometimes I'll go over to Ohio and get that twofer and then hit back to second twofer. But from my mom's house, within 30 minutes, I can be at a twofer that way, a twofer that way, and a twofer past a safer that way. I'm like, ooh, this is nice. And one of those twofers is going to be my Florida kilo. So I'll get 2 kilos just this trip to Florida. Got one last trip. I'll get 2 this time. Of course, now I had some contacts already at it from last year. Not a lot, but I did have some. I'll hit the one before I hit the second one, because I didn't even know that was a twofer because I didn't do my research. Shame on me. I always preach do research. But if you go about halfway into the park, it becomes a twofer. You can't do the first half. You got to go at least halfway in, and then it becomes a twofer. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to see a lot of people. I get to meet Dan for the first time. Here's an interesting video. Maybe I should sit down and be like, Dan, what kind of crazy person talks about the things you talk about on the radio? Inquiring minds want to know.
Well, that would be an interesting video. Interview Dan. Get inside his mind and see what makes him tick.
You know what? I should do a Patreon only interview with Dan. It probably wouldn't be suitable for YouTube.
Interviewing manganese.
We could do a full manganese interview with me and Dan. That would be great.
Do they make Rosetta Stone for that?
Yeah, you buy that at the HRAG store. I'll be adding a link in a little bit for the translation to Minganese. Oh,
Good night, Brent.
good night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, anyway, Hayden, have you been paying attention? I ain't been seeing nobody saying they're coming.
I haven't seen anybody say they're coming either. Who's coming to the Hamcation? Put a 1 in the chat if you're coming to Hamcation.
I know Dan is, so there's one we'll have.
Well, I want to see it, Dan.
Richard said he wasn't coming. I know Golf Quebec is not coming.
Oh, that's funny.
He is planning on making it to Dayton next year, though. So
Craig's coming.
I kind of figured Craig was coming. I kind of figured that. That's good. I've met Craig before, but
Mike's doing a number 2.
Yeah. Listen, Mike, we understand. You're QRP and you don't have enough reach to make it. QRP can't always get as far out as Florida. We get you. We understand, buddy. Eddie, what? I thought you were coming. Oh man, this ain't even good.
Well, we got to cancel the whole Hamvention now.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive up. I'm gonna drive up there and say, look, we got to cancel Hamcation. My scribe's not gonna be there, and who's gonna look up stuff for me? This is a sad day, Eddie. Dan says, I'm not picking up the scribe duties. Yeah. Eddie, you live like 3 hours, man. What's wrong with you? What about you, Bobby? You coming? People who are coming, Dan will be there. Carrie and Ray will be there. Mike from Jacksonville, he's a good friend of mine. I can't wait to see him again. He will be there. Roy from Maryland will be there. I'm excited about seeing him again. He was the one that snuck up on me in K8MRD and parked the park just from behind our back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's one of those people that's got the goal of getting 1,000 contacts with me. Speaking of which, Terry snuck out to the train station and seen me off on Sunday and got his challenge coin. Is David November 4 Bravo Uniform November in the chat tonight? I'm curious if he's coming. Oh, Bobby's COVID positive, so no, we don't want you to come. Sorry, Bobby.
I haven't seen David in the chat. I'm
curious if David is coming because I actually brought his challenge coin in case he does come because I haven't mailed it to him because I'm a mail slacker. If anybody would like to apply for the King's mail clerk,
the Royal Mail Handler,
the Royal Mail Handler, the Royal Raven Sender, that's what we can call him, the Raven Sender. If you'd like to send the ravens for the king, applications are real simple. It's your name and an I will. But about as simple as Hayden's application was.
Yep.
Literally, he's like, I need a technician. Hayden's like, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Hired. And has done a wonderful job. Yeah. He's only called in on me like twice.
Terry, if you blow it up, we'll send it.
Terry, those aren't balloons in the gas station at 7-Eleven. I'm just putting that out there.
They're gloves.
Just putting that out there for you, okay? Yes, smash that like button. How many likes do we have? Let's look and see how many likes we have.
We have 21.
21 likes. Come on, y'all.
We have 31 watching.
We can do better than that. Only 31 watching. You guys need to be messaging people like, why are you not watching this guy rant about Orlando and all of us just not coming? Anyway,
one of these days I'll get down there.
I am excited about Begali. I'm excited about meeting all the Hamfest. My big thing is meeting people that hunt me all the time that I've not met. I love that. That's my excitement of every Hamfest.
Sure.
So, I'm really excited about that. I get to meet Dan for the first time. Believe it or not, I have not ever met Dan. He could really be like 4 foot tall and be the man in PP Man's man portable sack. I don't know. But yeah, that'll work. Unless they just have one key and then you're out of luck, Dan. Beck, what do you mean you only got one? All right, I can't do this to Dan. I can't make him feel that bad. Dan, you pay for it and I'll take it home. I mean that's only fair, If he came there to pay for a Bengali key, I mean I would like for him to pay for it. Oh. I am excited about seeing them. I like looking at antennas and seeing if there's any new antennas out that I don't know about. It's doubtful that there is, but every now and then we'll grapple for it. Dude, I tell you what, if you want to buy a Bengali key and grapple me for it, I will save my money.
Is that where you throw the little hook up over the wall and climb up the wall? First one to the top wins the key.
That's not what he's talking about.
I know what he's talking
about. Dan's trying to get between my legs. No, I'm not being dirty, guys. He wants to be in my guard. Bunch of perverts, I'll tell you.
I don't know what to say to that.
So I am curious, Dan. I've never even asked you who did you train under, or are you currently still training? Inquiring minds want to know, or an inquiring partial mind, Okay, don't know him. Are you still training, Dan? Again, Eddie, you're making grappling dirty. There's nothing dirty about grappling, except for the sweat on the other person. That may be dirty. On and off. Okay, so he's training on and off. So that means the reason I asked him this is that means I have to beat him fast, because that means he's going to have more stamina than me. So I have to beat him fast. Because I haven't grappled in a while. It's been a while for me. Oh. I've got PP man stamina, Dan. So I got a QRP tap you fast. People don't understand too. Grappling is a different kind of energy than you cannot prepare for it other than grappling. You can run, 10 miles a day every day and then come in there, and in 30 seconds grappling, you will be out of breath. You just can't. You just can't do it. There's no issues here, guys. It's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Look it up. There's nothing dirty about
Style
Brazilian
of
Jiu-Jitsu.
fighting.
It is the ultimate style of fighting. This was proven. Now everybody does mixed martial arts, and the reason they do mixed martial arts is when all the arts got together. You got the karate guys, the taekwondo guys, the kung fu guys. You got all these people. When all the arts come together in the tournament, the grappler won. The little tiny small grappler won. He beat all these people, and that's how the UFC was created, and that's how you're ready far offers Brazilians. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Right.
Now, how does Krav Maga fall into that? Where do they fall into that horizon? Because I've always been interested in that.
Theirs is more of a mix of stuff too.
Okay.
But yeah, now if like back then you could fight MMA and get and do one style and do okay, but now you got to know like at least 2 or 3 different styles
so you can mix it up
to survive.
Yeah.
Because even if your stand up is phenomenal, if you don't know nothing about the ground game, all they're going to do is take you to the ground and beat you. So, well, we went way off frequency with this one, didn't we?
Welcome, Kurt. You're all checked in.
It's what is really good is Kurt is actually showing up South Dakota when he hunts me now. Well, he would be if my logging software was working. Maybe there is an N3 FJP expert in the chat. So ever since I've been in Florida done something to my software because it stopped putting the states of people. Like used to be, I put in a call sign, it automatically filled in, the signal report, the name, the state, the country, all that. Now it doesn't fill in the state and country no more. And if they're foreign, let's say like a Canadian call, it won't even put their name. It is giving me an error when I bring it up, something about the index. But I'm about as dumb as a box of rocks when it comes to stuff like that. So if somebody knows what's going on with my N3 FGP, get up with me because it's driving me insane. But it still hasn't lost a log. Just saying that before you even start with your comments.
Well, here's something interesting from our forfer when we did our park to park.
Mm-hmm.
You came up as Illinois. Your call sign came up as Illinois. Your name, your call sign, but my goofy hammers pulled it from QRZ and put you in Logan, Illinois.
That's just weird.
That's something I'm investigating. But I corrected it when I got on the Ham Radio Deluxe and I did a lookup and it looked it up the right way.
Yeah, because if you look at my QRZ, first off, I'm not even from Logan. I live in Logan County.
Yeah, well, that's the county that it came up.
But it is Logan County, West Virginia, and I live in Chapmanville. So.
But I saw that the other day when I was logging it, and I was like, that is not right.
Anybody who sent Kurt a card after July 1st, 2022 will get one sent to them this week. See, Kurt has mail people. I know Kurt has mail people, and I'm very jealous of that, Kurt, because we know you're not filling out all those QSOs from 2022 till now. That would take me. Nope, I would have to take off POTA for like 8 months to fill mine out.
That may be right, Kurt, but the park and the water trails that we were activating and the trails we were activating were nowhere near Illinois. So I think the issue is I've got it set to QRZ and not QRZ subscription in Hammers. I don't know if that's an issue, if that's a possibility or not, but I think that's the pool that I'm drawing the information from that may have changed, and I got to check that out.
That's weird. Illinois.
Yeah, I thought I chuckled a little bit because the county was right, but the state wasn't.
County was right. That's crazy. Oh, he is doing them on himself. Okay.
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you what. I will send you over 2 big DX Engineering boxes full of cards, and you can send those out for me too. That would be awesome because you need a QRZ subscription to use QRZ because
yes. And I have that, but with my Ham Radio Deluxe, I can either use my subscription or just use the public database for QRZ. And I've always got it set to the subscription, but I don't know if I can differentiate with Hammers whether it's QRZ or the QRZ subscription. That's what I'm going to look at next time I open up the field laptop.
First off, Robbie, I would never mess with you, because you put Cole instead of call. Because even though you were using voice while you're driving, my phone does it when I type. It'll change, pizza to psychiatrist, So, but yeah, maybe it pulled up a partial or something.
Yeah, that could be. But even when I go back and look it up and make it look it up again and again and again, it still said it still had the same data. So when I got home and before I export my log to edit it, I have a good internet connection. I'm looking it up and it's still saying the same thing for all 3. Okay, Kurt. That's what I was wondering, if maybe something got lost in there. And I think Robbie hit the nail on the head. We needed to get Dan that source code and have him work some magic on it.
Dan needs to figure out my problem with my logging software, because I know he can. Dan, your mission, if you choose to accept it, and if you don't, you will self-destruct in 30 seconds. So that means if you show up in chat tonight, you chose to accept it. James Jenner, thank you very much for the 5 slices of pizza, by the way.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it very, very much. All right. Nobody wants to see any videos besides me and Dan in Speedos. And as long as Dan gets those custom built Speedos, we'll make sure and get them, but that's up to Dan. You're going to have to harass him to get those.
I swear I have a ghost in my shack. Have you ever had your radio just turn on spontaneously?
No, but I had mine turn off spontaneously once.
My 991A here in the shack just started up spontaneously. That's weird. I think I got a ghost in the shack.
Well, you are close to DC. Somebody might be activating a park in Kuwait and using your radio.
It was turned off and turned on all by itself. And no, I got firewalls for that. Somebody needs to send Bobby a Speedo so it makes him feel better to recover from the COVIDs.
Anything but the Speedos. Dan, go make Bobby a Tina Turner video in your Speedo and send it to
Oh God, no!
him. I don't know if Bobby sends me an email cussing me out what happened.
Only if Dan has a backdrop of Thunderdome. All the new kids we just lost.
You know what don't make sense? You know, we're going to actually go on a ham radio subject here. So today, CW, like every time I tried to do CW, there was like all kinds of interference.
Yeah.
And I can't, it wasn't the band because even on 20, which was working great, I was getting all this interference and, I'd get very few contacts in CW. And it was really annoying. I think I barely made my 14 today. So, and that was at all the parks together. So that's horrible.
That's weird. It's like we were talking before the stream. It could be all kinds of weird atmospheric things going on.
I think there was some weird atmospheric stuff going on this evening because that last activation on 20, like literally my radio was reading a plus 30 to 40 noise level with no noise. I mean, just silence. And then some of the hunters were coming through 5.9 plus, but some of them, it was like they were behind this wall of noise that wasn't there. But you know how when there's noise there and you hear the hunters really weak that should be strong, it was like that. And then I'd see this crazy. Mine was doing it on 20 and 40.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept seeing all these white lightning flashes across the spectrum, and there was nothing near me, So I don't know. It was weird, really weird stuff. Alrighty, so nobody's gonna tell me any videos to make, so you just going to suck it up and see what you got. Nobody's gonna tell me anything they want to see or do. Nobody's coming to meet me besides Dan. And that's what we've determined from this stream. Other than that, everybody congratulate Dan on his Botox job. I know it's pretty nuts. I've never known anybody that's got Botox before, Dan. That's just pretty nuts. It's crazy. But
well, I hear it works for migraines too.
Congratulate him on that. And if you are Robbie, you're driving. Are you coming to Hamcation? Since Eddie's going to wuss out, Robbie, are you going to come and be the man in the relationship to Hamcation? You're going to put your foot down and just come, Robbie. Even if it's just even if it's just an hour, just an hour, Robbie, just an hour. Because meeting me for an hour is better than the stickers that Eddie won't give you. I sent Eddie and Robbie cards and stickers together because they're always with each other, and Eddie won't give Robbie his stuff.
That's not right.
All right. So anyway, Hayden, what do you got coming up?
Well, I'm going to West Virginia this weekend, so look for me Saturday out at the good old K7017.
7017.
And I might, depending on how things go, because I haven't been up there in a while, but we're going to maybe attempt to do my first late shift activation.
Ooh, I remember my first late shift activation.
So we will be well armed. We will be well lit up because it's in one of those what are they called, wildlife management areas. I'm just glad the bears are still sleeping.
Do me a favor, Hayden.
Yeah.
Just put your camera on your face for the first 5 minutes of it rolling over, the UTC rolling over. I just want to see the expression on your face for that first 5 minutes.
Okay. I will try to do that. I don't have a camera that I take out with me, but
You can use your phone or anything.
I can try my phone.
It could be a top secret video.
What is that? What is that park? That is the South Branch Wildlife Management Area, not Chief Logan. Chief Logan's a little further away from that.
Bobby's still trying to get that award at Chief Logan. He's like, man, that sucker took off and I can't get my award.
But Bobby, I'll work you every time I go there. You can get your award at South Branch.
You got a kilo there, don't you, Hayden?
Not yet.
Not yet?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't get out there as much as I want to. Now that I got the boat, it probably won't be as much as I'd like to. I'm working on a kilo there, and I'm going to work on the kilo and
looky there.
Oh, bye. At least she didn't say bye, Felicia.
We might see a little bit of Robbie showing up in Hamcation. That'd be awesome.
Bring Oliver with you.
Well, that's what he said. Him and Oliver. So.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I missed that part.
Good deal. All right. For me, tomorrow, I'll be doing POTA. Imagine that. There's another twofer that I have not done yet since I've been here. So I will definitely, that's probably definitely in a mix. And I don't know which other ones other than that. I'm trying not to go too far this week out because I got to go to Orlando all 3 days and stuff. But next week I'll start expanding out because I want to get some of those. I'm trying to get 500 unique parks for all time, which means I got to get parks that I've never got. I did get one today, which is really cool because I looked for that park 2 years ago and could not find it. And even again today, when I looked for it, the GPS once again takes you to nowhere. And on the way back, I happened to see a little pull in, and I seen a sign. I'm like, ooh! I pulled in that sign. Sure enough, there it was.
Nice.
I was like, holy crap! I just found it. But it's nowhere near where the GPS takes you.
And you didn't have to drive through a river for half a mile or anything like that?
No.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I don't know that I'd drive through a Florida river. I'd be getting gators. Up in my cars and stuff. Then I'd have to call Robbie to come get me out of the mud.
And make you some shoes.
All right. So, yeah, POTA every day. Hamcation Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And probably not a shenanigans hour Sunday because Dan will be driving back from Hamcation. Hayden will be driving back from West Virginia.
No.
And everybody will still be in town, and I'll probably still be hanging out at Hamcation. So probably not, but we'll see.
We'll bring it back the week after.
Other than that, if you're a Patreon, you'll be in the after chat tonight, I hope. Yep. And the chill pad like every night of the week anymore. I say I'm the most interactive Patreon. I'm literally in chill pad almost every night of the week. So, if you just absolutely cannot get enough of me, I'm like, I don't know why these people like hanging out with me so much, but I'm in there all the time. Anyway, there's Kilo Golf too. Mike. That's right. That's another Hamcation. He'll be there on Saturday. Mike, if you want, we're going roving about 1:30 that day too. So I know you've always wanted to come activating with us. So just a thought. Anyway, Patreons, after chat, everybody, thank you very much for the super chats. With the super chats that I made tonight, that's going to be a good chunk of my ticket for the way back. I really appreciate that. I still got one more bill I got to pay this month, and I got to get that ticket back. So you guys really helped with that. I appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on the air tomorrow. And the video next Wednesday. 73, everybody.
73.